Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SmackDown, and tonight we have a special edition of SmackDown. We're calling it Super Smackdown, essentially, is what it's called tonight. With the amount of matches you're seeing tonight, it honestly feels like something you see on a WrestleMania card. As here comes out the new Bloodline. It took down DIY a couple weeks ago. It seems like I don't know if they're fully done with DIY personally, but DIY certainly one of the better tag teams still, and for Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa to show that very physical side and walk out victorious, that's very big for the Bloodline. You don't have to love them for the Bloodline, but certainly you definitely get to see that brutality side of the New Day for sure that The Rock and company wanted. But tonight it is no easy task, as the New Day, or not the New Day, sorry, the new Bloodline, pardon me. They will be in action taking on the Wyatt 6. The Wyatt 6 will make their tag team debut tonight, live, here on SmackDown against the new Bloodline. As we are coming up very closely to Night of Champions, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a great night because there's so much great action, as we're going to be seeing a six-man tag live there at Night of Champions, as it will be the new Bloodlines, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu taking on the Wyatt 6 of Eric Rowan, Dexter Lumis, and even Joe Gacy. Uncle Howdy will be taking on The Rock as well. Especially when we have these premium live events, you never know what may happen, and we're going to see it live there at Night of Champions. Tonight, Dexter Lumis and Eric Rowan. We're going to be seeing how they fare against the new Bloodline. For Rowan, he is a former tag team champion with Luke Harper back in the day, and obviously Dexter Lumis, he's had his fair share of matches, not too many, obviously, but he was part DIY at one time before kind of, I don't know, he was kind of still part of the group, obviously, but nothing really came to be, or didn't really come to be with Dexter Lumis being a part of that, as you can tell, and Dexter Lumis a part of this new family, this new vision of Bray Wyatt's group that Bo Dallas / Uncle Howdy has taken over. And it seems like the group has only gotten bigger. Obviously with Nikki Cross recruiting Alexa Bliss recently on SmackDown. So a lot of stuff going on. As the referee's starting the matchup, here we go. It's a big dropkick, takes down Tonga Loa. Look at Dexter Lumis, and these guys are wrestling with all their stuff on. You're surprised they're not taking it off, but it honestly might be the best thing for them to do, to wrestle in that, to use those mind games, the psychological mind games on their opponent, because it's going to be an all-out war at Night of Champions, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see a little bit of everything going on that night. There's just a one count there. Eric Rowan's going to have to do some more damage here to Tama Tonga. Or I should say Tonga Loa. I'm talking about some more big time matches. The inaugural Women's United States Championship match, as we're going to see Eve Torres, Michelle McCool, Bayley, and Naomi all challenging to become the first ever United States champion here in WWE. Asuka recently winning the championship match at Fastlane to become the first ever women's Intercontinental champion. We'll see who will join the ranks of the first ever women's United States champion. Also coming up at Night of Champions, we're going to see CM Punk, the best in the world CM Punk, taking on the honorary Uce, Kurt Angle, live there at Night of Champions. Also, You're going to be seeing Seth frickin' Rollins defending his World Heavyweight Championship against the Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, look at these knees. Look at these knees. The strength and power of Tama Tonga there. And I'm very curious, ladies and gentlemen, going back to the Wyatt 6 here, is how is this all going to work out? This is a whole different vision that is in the leadership now of Bo Dallas. And, you know, something like this, it's not going to be something that's going to be over and done with and, you know, done and, you know, just, oh, you know, they're just doing this for a brief. No, this is the legacy of Bray Wyatt. Bo Dallas was his brother, is his brother, whatever you'd like to say. And certainly they're doing this in the memory of Bray Wyatt. So they want to do everything in their best abilities to not only make Bray proud, but make the WWE Universe proud in what they accomplish in the middle of this ring. So certainly we don't know all the aspirations, certainly between for the Wyatt 6, but certainly it seems like the first target is that new Bloodline. Saying how they obviously would basically destroy their own family within to, in the regards of jealousy and all sorts of different things. So, and we don't know how long they're going to target them too. It could be a drawn out thing. It could be just through Night of Champions, King of the Ring, up to SummerSlam. You just never know. A lot of chaoticness is going to be on the road here in WWE. Rebound, nice clothesline there from Rowan. And now look at this. The strength and power of Eric Rowan here, ladies and gentlemen. I bet superstars don't miss seeing him around with what he can accomplish in the middle of that ring. Pinfall opportunity. Will that be enough? No. Strong kick out from Tama Tonga. And now here comes the hot tag. Here comes Tonga Loa. Can Tonga Loa change up the direction? I should say the direction of this matchup. We'll see. Oh, right there, that ankle / knee area. And again, oh, right there on that left knee. And that's what you need to do to a big man like Eric Rowan. He's a big boy, but certainly when you focus on a big guy's legs or a bigger opponent compared to you, you know, that's going to help you out, because that's where that strength, that power, a lot of that is to be able to pick somebody up. And now Tonga Loa tossing him in the corner, going to look to go to town on Eric Rowan here. I don't know how much damage is really being done with that sheet mask being on, but I guarantee having these masks on, ladies and gentlemen, aren't probably the easiest thing to wrestle in. Is now Tonga Loa set out powerbomb of sorts, almost like a variation of a blue thunder bomb. Is that enough? 2. No, strong kick out from Rowan. And Tonga Loa just making sure that Dexter Lumis stays outside, back to where he needs to be. Rowan now. Oh, Rowan was about to take his tag team partner for a ride, but now Rowan's like, hey, you want to interrupt what I was going to do? I'm going to continue to at least do what my objective was at that moment and take one of you guys out. It's back in the ring we go. Rowan's time now. Can Rowan put him away? Eric Rowan from behind. Uh-oh, look at that. Oh, what a power slam there from Rowan. Into the pinfall. Will this be a big win for the Wyatt 6 in their tag team debut? No, at least not yet. Look at this. The strength and power to pick up a man from their head, from the ground up like that. That's truly amazing for... I mean, I know Rowan's a strong guy, but to do that to anybody, it's pretty amazing. And now Rowan going to look to get the tag. Get Dexter Lumis back inside this ring. And, oh, nice shoulder tackle. Taking down Tonga Loa. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? No. And for Dexter Lumis, he's very, very underrated, ladies and gentlemen. This man, you know, can certainly prove something in the middle of the ring if given the opportunity. We briefly saw it with DIY there, but we'll see how he fares in this Wyatt 6 group. It's a big boot there to Rowan. And for the most part, this is kind of what I expected. A back and forth matchup, kind of feeling out process between both groups. A little taste of what we're going to be getting next week live at Night of Champions. Uh-oh. What does the new Bloodline thinking? Are we thinking about assisted powerbomb here? Yes, we do. Middle of that ring. That very well could be all she wrote. Loomis is there and breaks it up. The matchup will continue. And look at Tanga Loa acknowledging the new Bloodline, the final boss. You know, a little bit of an eye rake through the sheep's mask. I'm surprised he's able to even do that, but the hole must be just big enough to fit those fingers of Tama Tonga's right through that hole. And if you're the Wyatt 6 right now, you gotta change up something right now, because right now the Bloodline have the momentum. They gotta, I don't know, hit a big maneuver here. You gotta see a choke slam, something from the top rope, or I don't know, power bombs or something to really get yourself back inside of this matchup here. As Loomis right now springboard drop kick, and I believe Tama Tonga busted wide open, ladies and gentlemen. And now there's a sense of urgency here, especially from Dexter Loomis right now. They believe that they have him on the ropes, and they are attacking that open wound. It's like vultures to a carcass on the side of the road. They have awoken now. Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan. This is what they want right now. And Tama Tonga, he may not even know where the heck he's at the moment. And now Rowan looking for some snake eyes again, attacking that cut on the forehead. If I'm Charles Robinson, we may have to, I don't know, I wouldn't say stop the matchup, but at least get that blood, make sure that's not flowing in the eyes of Tama Tonga, but certainly I don't know if Charles Robinson would want to do that, because both sides aren't honestly going to want this match to be stopped at this moment. Now back into the other corner here. Eric Rowan could be in trouble here. Oh, as he gets bounced off that top turnbuckle. And now Rowan now gonna look for the one-handed choke slam. Down goes Tanga Loa coming in here as Tama Tonga just getting hit with that choke slam, and the matchup will continue. Like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, this is the type of match you wanted to see. The debut of the Wyatt 6 in tag team action. And certainly they are putting on a show tonight between themselves and the Bloodline. The Bloodline, they want to bring gold around their waist. And they briefly put DIY out of, I wouldn't say out of commission, but out of their way briefly to where they wanted to get their goal of being the WWE Tag Team Champions here on SmackDown. As oh my goodness, what a variation of a swinging neck breaker of sorts there from Tama Tonga, pardon me. Referee is at a 4 right now, up to a 5. We don't want to have ourselves a count out victory, or even a count out, a double count out possibly. We're at a 7. Charles Robinson telling him, hey guys, we got to get inside this ring. Oh, look, Loomis right back up to his feet with a kip up there. And now Loomis, bam, what a blow to the face. And now Dexter Loomis looking to put the final touches of this match away. Loomis now, look at this choke. This choke, gonna try to make him tap out. Will Tama Tonga have to tap out? Charles Robinson right there. But Tama Tonga fighting out of it. Big reversal though from Dexter Loomis as they go back and forth here. Again, like we're saying, this is This honestly feels like a bigger match than it should be, just in the terms of it being on a SmackDown. You think you'd honestly see this type of tag team matchup on a premium live event. But nothing wrong with seeing it on a SmackDown, as a palm-handed chokeslam right there, taking down Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, and the Wyatt 6 walk out victorious here tonight to kick us off here live on SmackDown. What a win for the Wyatt 6 tonight. Dexter Lumis, Eric Rowan working perfectly here tonight on this big edition of SmackDown. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a matchup we've never seen here in Universe Mode history, and we're going to get ourselves a little taste of what's going to happen at Night of Champions as two legends in this business today go at it as Eve Torres takes on Michelle McCool. Eve Torres, we've seen her for, I think it's well over a year now, probably maybe closer to 2 now. Michelle McCool just recently signing here to SmackDown and winning a triple threat match to essentially get herself in that United States Championship matchup coming up next week. But having these two women still wrestling today, it's a great thing to see. Even if it may not be every single SmackDown or whatever, it is still great to see these women put it all on the line. And tonight for Michelle McCool, this is not just a triple threat matchup. This is a one-on-one matchup, so she's not going to have to worry about, 2 other women in the matchup at the same time. She can focus on herself and what brought her to the ballgame. Certainly herself and Eve Torres, they did a lot of great things in the build-up in that women's division here, especially here on SmackDown. Michelle McCool back in the day was SmackDown. That was her show. She helped lay the foundation a lot of times early on in the SmackDown days, around 2008, 2009, 2010, give or take, if not maybe a little bit earlier. Obviously, she was a school teacher of sorts coming into WWE and teaching that way. But we'll see how she fares tonight. Eve Torres and Michelle McCool here. Referee ringing the bell. Here we go. Big time matchup coming our way here. Live on SmackDown. Early on. And Michelle McCool's outfit matches the SmackDown colors too. So, hey, perfect signing for Teddy Long here on SmackDown. Big kick to the middle of that back for Eve Torres. And for Eve, she's got to come out of the gate here. Cannot allow Michelle McCool to come in here with the momentum that she currently has and walk out victorious. But even with the loss tonight, Eve Torres could win still that fatal 4-way matchup for the Women's United States Championship. So you can't count out Torres if she even happened to lose tonight, as Michelle McCool, ever cocky, confident woman right now. She's absolutely feeling flawless right now. And now Michelle McCool, right there, dropping her back on her head and neck area. And right now, this honestly feels like this is Michelle McCool's game to lose right now. She's been very dominant from the get-go. Eve Torres just cannot figure her out. As soon as I say that, now Torres on the attack. Nice maneuver there from Eve Torres. Gonna look to go on the prowl here. And Torres, she feels like she's in the right spot here. She's taking too much time though, and now gonna end up paying for it as a big takedown there from Michelle McCool. And like we mentioned, these two ladies are a part of that first ever Women's United States Championship matchup happening at Night of Champions. The other two women a part of that matchup are Bayley and Naomi. We'll see how those two women fare as well in that match. It's a big maneuver there from Eve Torres. Can she steal a victory early on? No, she cannot. And Eve cannot believe it. I mean, she's not been able to get too much going in this matchup, but certainly, hey, if you can catch your opponent off guard, you gotta steal a victory when you can, and that might be tonight if she can do it. Torres, takedown. May not necessarily be the biggest maneuver of all time, but it certainly made a little bit of damage. And now Michelle McCool going to take her opponent into the corner. And just try to dissect Eve Torres as much as she can. Try to inflict a little bit more damage before maybe trying to put her away here. Ooh, nice reversal from Michelle McCool, keeping herself in it. Misses the kick to the midsection. We'll see if Torres can make her pay. Oh, nice monkey flip, takes her down in the middle of the ring. And this might be what Torres needs as she decides to throw that back out. And now, bam! Nice moonsault there from Eve Torres into the pinfall. 2! Oh, Michelle McCool stays in it. And look at Eve. She could not believe that didn't put her away. But if you're Eve Torres, you got to stay on Michelle McCool. You can't allow her to get a breather whatsoever. And now look at Eve. Big power slam into the pinfall, maybe? No, she's deciding not. If I was Eve, maybe try to go for the pinfall off that. Maybe see if that would work out. And now, oh, Eve Torres going for the moonsault halfway across the ring. Michelle McCool going to try to make her pay here. Oh, she's gonna look to hit that variation of a Styles Clash. We call that the McCool's Clash. Pinfall opportunity. 1, 2, and oh, or like what she'd like to call it, flawless. But it was not enough to put her away just yet. But now Michelle McCool hook of those arms, but Eve Torres had it well scouted. And Eve Torres believes she's in a good spot. This crowd doesn't realize how big this match is for both of these ladies. They have not lost a step, and that is a great thing to witness. And now this is where Eve has to try to decide what she needs to do at this opportunity. Both women have hit big maneuvers so far and missed big maneuvers. And when it comes to next Sunday's pay-per-view, you got to hit your maneuvers when you can, because if you don't, there's obviously a possibility of obviously not walking out champion. And there's going to be a couple occasions in the matchup where right place, right time, walk out victorious. But it's not always going to be possible. Nice drop kick there and comeback situation for Eve Torres. Will that be enough to put away Michelle McCool? 2. No, McCool with a strong kick out. And again, gonna twerk a little bit here. And now into the moonsault. Focus on taking out Michelle McCool as much as she can. Here we go. Eve Torres, she's thinking moonsault. She missed out last time, and she didn't miss this time. Is that enough for Eve? 1, 2. Oh! Michelle McCool kicked out. Are you kidding me? Holy mackerel. And now, is she thinking maybe one more time? Nope, she's hitting the senton, though, from the top. Just as dangerous, though. Michelle, she's trying to get up to her feet. She is in trouble. Oh, Michelle McCool played a little possum, I guess. As far as she saw that coming. And into a drop kick takes down Michelle. But a kip up. Here we go. And now a little bit of a blow for blow action between two of the best to ever do it in WWE history. Eve Torres, Michelle McCool, middle of this ring, trading blows. Who is going to get the upper hand here? Blow after blow. Michelle McCool trying to go for a chop. Eve Torres with her own punches. Someone has to get the upper hand. Who is it going to be? They are landing haymakers after haymakers. They're going after it. These ladies are kicking some ass. Holy crap. And that's what you want. Two women that know each other oh so well, getting the job done here tonight. Uh-oh, Michelle. Oh, right there, that left knee. That sure is going to be feeling a lot different for sure. As Michelle McCool, just with that big boot right there in the throat area, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely makes that Women's United States Championship matchup, even more daunting task. And now Eve Torres, she might have to tap out here, but Michelle McCool letting go. I don't know if she maybe didn't have enough or what was going on with it. She missed this earlier. Michelle McCool doesn't miss out this time though. Pinfall. Charles Robinson trying to make sure the shoulders are down. Will this be enough this time around? Yes, it will. What a win tonight, ladies and gentlemen. These women stole the show, and that honestly felt like a main event. These women beat the snot out of each other, and there's ultimately in that matchup, both women could have won this matchup early on, but tonight was Michelle McCool's night with a massive win tonight here on SmackDown. I feel bad for whoever has to go after that brilliant women's singles matchup between Michelle McCool and Eve Torres, but tonight it is the Bloodline matchup. Several Bloodline matches tonight, as you can tell, as there's Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. These gentlemen tonight are going to be taking on CM Punk and John Cena, the United States Champion. Solo Sikoa had a steel cage match recently here on SmackDown and would ultimately lose that matchup, but there was no real celebration for John Cena. He didn't get to take too much time to celebrate because right there, that man right there, the Samoan werewolf, would come out and decimate John Cena. So it certainly seems like even if you can pick up a big win over a Bloodline member, they're not too far away, and John Cena got a taste of that recently here on SmackDown. But tonight, Cena has himself a tag team partner, a man that they haven't wrestled, they haven't teamed up against or and whatnot over 10 years here in WWE, and this is the first time we're gonna see it here in universe mode here on SmackDown. And for CM Punk, he takes on the honorarius Kurt Angle live next week at Night of Champions. Kurt Angle recently was in action here on SmackDown, losing to the World Heavyweight Champion Seth frickin' Rollins. So we'll see how the honorary Uce takes on the best in the world, CM Punk. If the honorary Uce continues to struggle there, there may be some issues between him and Rock, even though he says that both of them are on the same page. But CM Punk, former World Heavyweight Champion, former NXT Champion, this man, he's on the prowl right now, certainly, and finally getting a taste of that fan favorite, being the thing where the fans actually care in the terms. They're not booing him or whatever, but they believe in what CM Punk is, and they, compared to what CM Punk was when he joined back here in WWE, he didn't give no F's, didn't care about no fans whatsoever. But ultimately, CM Punk is in the situation because he kind of put himself in the situation, just in the terms of what happened with the whole situation. CM Punk didn't have to get involved in the Bloodline, but he came out and tried helping Seth Rollins, and he ultimately ended up regretting it because Roman Reigns would cash in on CM Punk in that situation. So, I mean, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You got to kind of pick your situations, but Punk is ready to take down the Bloodline, this new Bloodline, before it gets to possibly out of reach. As here comes the United States Champion, John Cena. John Cena as of right now, does not have a United States Championship defense for Night of Champions. He has defeated Solo Sikoa on multiple occasions to become not only United States Champion, but to retain it. So I don't know if Teddy Long will allow John Cena to rest, or if Cena has Certainly something in mind for Night of Champions. We'll wait and see. We do know, we can confirm to you that Cena is a part of the King of the Ring tournament, and his actual first round opponent will actually be Solo Sikoa, ladies and gentlemen, who is also a part of that tournament. And we'll get some more news as soon as that breaks. As also tonight starts the first round of the King of the Ring tournament for the men's side of things. We'll talk about that more later. Here is Solo Sikoa. Starts off as so does CM Punk. Referee ringing the bell. Here we go. Punk and Solo Sikoa. And Punk right now, he's obviously he wants to be more focused on that World Heavyweight Championship picture, but right now he's that bloodline it's always going to be a thing that's going to be coming back to him, certainly. So I would say it's going to be some time before he even is able to really focus on that. For a lot of these big-time superstars, this new bloodline, this new look of everything and how they run things, it is going to be a major factor here on SmackDown for a good while until they figure it out, whatever that may have to be. So, ooh, big elbow right to the midsection there of Solo Sikoa. And when you have a man like Jacob Fatu, that changes up what the bloodline can do as well. I mean, you got a lot of certain, I guess you could say, uncertainty to an extent, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing for the bloodline with Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. That group is that part of the group is going to be very vicious, and we've already seen it so far. Tough loss tonight against the Wyatt 6, but I feel like that could have been anyone's ball game tonight earlier on. And then you got Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, the man that's been an absolute badass, and he's been in matches so far that you could say certainly put him right in to the picture of things here on SmackDown. He had a matchup with Seth Rollins, a tough back and forth matchup with Rollins walking out victorious. And then obviously Solo Sikoa, a former United States champion. He's been around for a good while, part of the bloodline, and he was a part of the big transformation earlier on. The first time around when the bloodline was getting rid of Jey Uso and company, and then eventually when they got rid of Jimmy Uso and also Roman Reigns. So certainly there's a lot of turmoil going on, new variations of the bloodline, as Punk trying to get a tag to the United States champion, and here we go. Cena and Solo Sikoa, flying cross body from the champ. And certainly seeing these two go at it one more time, a part of the King of the Ring tournament, that'd be very interesting, ladies and gentlemen, where that's going to fall kind of in the terms of not only the King of the Ring tournament, but also, how's that going to fare? Is it, can Solo Sikoa have his breakout moment? He believes he's a top guy here on SmackDown. He believes that he should be in that World Heavyweight Championship picture. And to represent the bloodline like that, to win that tournament, The Rock said, hey, we're going to bring that World Heavyweight Championship back to the bloodline. And, I mean, he didn't specify who it had to be. I mean, a lot of people thought when he said that maybe, just maybe, that's who he's talking about. He's talking about The Rock. But, hey, Solo Sikoa very well could be that person, as Jacob Fatu getting hit with a back suplex there. And Punk and try to send a message. This whole bloodline is an Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice to Solo Sikoa. Charles Robinson trying to get these two back in the middle of this ring. CM Punk does not give a damn right now. He is looking to absolutely destroy and embarrass this new bloodline. And look at Punk. He's saying, hey, it's time to put this match away. And Solo's like, oh yeah, it's time, all right, Punk. So, Jacob Fatu get involved here. And back in the ring we go. Solo Sikoa fired up here, as so is Punk. Big elbow strike from Solo Sikoa, trying to make sure that this match stays in the favor of them. I'm looking for some snake eyes to CM Punk. Also tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we will be seeing Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns teaming up for the very first time in a very long time, as obviously they were former Shield members. And oh, hold on a minute, shoulders are down, and obviously, you know, bitter rivals, but they come together tonight to take on Kurt Angle and The Rock. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is not your main event. It will be Nia Jax challenging Jade Cargill for the Women's Championship tonight in your main event. So, monkey flip takedown of Fatu. You definitely feel this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, breaking down at times here. As now, this is the matchup I'd really want to see Jacob Fatu and John Cena. And if you guys remember early on in the career of Solo Sikoa, he had some big matches, especially against the likes of Brock Lesnar, John Cena, those type of matches early on in his career. And he did quite well, especially against the likes of Brock Lesnar. Going for a super kick. Cena saw it coming, and now a springboard stunner. A springboard stunner there into the pinfall. Is that enough to catch up the Bloodline? No. Cena cannot believe it. That was a good maneuver there from Cena, pulling all the stops out of his basket. And that's what you got to do when you take on a dangerous man like Jacob Fatu. Let's look at Cena showing you that strength and power. Nice gut wrench suplex from the champ. And again, Cena keeping down the big man. And that's what Cena needs to do. He can show that strength and power as much as he can, but Fatu, he is a whole different breed. He's a Samoan werewolf, man. This guy is a badass. Cena again looking to go to that well one more time. Didn't go out in his favor as he gets hit with a side slam. Will that be enough? No. Strong kick out from Cena. Big elbow from Fatu. And now Fatu, I'm surprised he didn't try to maybe go for a tag, but this is Fatu's breakout moment, man. He's not gonna want to be upstage whatsoever. He's gonna want to make sure that everything goes well for the Bloodline here. Oh, exploder suplex. Oh my goodness. Folding him like an accordion. And now Fatu wants you to acknowledge him as Cena with a hot tag. Here comes Punk, but oh my goodness. That drop kick turning Punk inside out. And I'm surprised that almost was enough to put away Punk. And now Punk gets hit with a Samoan drop out of nowhere. It's crazy good how Jacob Fatu can catch on to this business in a short amount of time. As another Samoan drop. If everything goes right for this young man, this man could be the future of this business. As Jacob Fatu moonsault the Punk. Is this enough? No. It could have been if Cena didn't break it up. And now Fatu looking to take out the United States champion. 2-for-1 specials here live on SmackDown on this special edition of Super Smackdown tonight. Took way too much time, and now Punk gonna look to get back in this match. Uh-oh, Punk able to slip out of it and then target that left knee. And Punk needs to do everything right now to get himself back in this matchup. Off the ropes into a nice drop kick. And Cena's trying to recuperate right next to Solo Sikoa at the moment. And Cena's like, I gotta hurry up and get the heck out of here. It's a big stomp there to the arm, but certainly a lot of things that we're starting tonight, especially part of that King of the Ring tournament. You're gonna see Miz and Gunther coming up very, very soon. As Fatu going to go for the pinfall. Is this enough to put away Punk? No. Missed that super kick, but Fatu still going to look to go on the offensive. Both men running into each other, and Punk going to use that to his advantage. GTS to the Samoan Werewolf as Solo Sikoa breaks it up. But like I was saying, The Miz takes on Gunther as an Anaconda Vice is being lynched in here. Will Fatu have to tap? Referee right there. And yes, Punk has made Jacob Fatu tap in the middle of the ring. Couldn't even get my point across. It's CM Punk and John Cena picking up a massive win tonight. A big win here on SmackDown from the U.S. Champion and the best in the world. And now, like I was trying to get to, ladies and gentlemen, it is the start of the King of the Ring tournament tonight for the men's side of things, as it will be The Miz taking on Gunther. And for the first time in Miz's career, a little different change for The Miz. And especially with himself temporarily, it seems like, aligning himself with the likes of Cody Rhodes. It seems like Miz may be trying to go to the other side. Most of his career, Miz has been a bad guy, and he fits that character very well, does Miz. But it seems like it's kind of going in a different direction, and maybe that's what Miz needs in his career, ladies and gentlemen. And he's going to get a little taste of that. And, you know, imagine if he can somehow win this tournament. How big that would be for Miz's career. Former Intercontinental Champion, multi-time Intercontinental Champion. He has faced a lot of big names here in WWE. And 2025 may be that year that The Miz needs permanently in his career. And this King of the Ring tournament very well could help him, but he didn't draw too well, ladies and gentlemen, as you're about to see, as he gets a hold of the former World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. A man that is also a former United States Champion. And we haven't really seen too much of Gunther over the last maybe couple months or so. But when Gunther heard about the King of the Ring tournament, Gunther talked to Teddy Long. He said, "Hey, I know this roster has a lot of stuff going on, but I would like to get myself back to being the top wrestler here on SmackDown, and I believe the King of the Ring is the perfect opportunity for me to showcase what I can do." And as you can tell, Gunther got his name thrown into the tournament, and he seemed like he got, you could say, a good lucky first round of sorts, because tonight Gunther takes on The Miz. Also another first round matchup happening here tonight, as well as the megastar LA Knight takes on Cody Rhodes. LA Knight looking to have his breakout moment. 2023 into 2024 has been great for LA Knight. We'll see if he can continue to build that up into 2025, as well as obviously Cody Rhodes, ever since joining back to WWE, ever since 2022, he has been a main fixture here in WWE. He's been a multi-time undisputed champion. Can he add King of the Ring winner to a list of major things in his career here in WWE? So here we go. Miz versus Gunther. How is this about to fare? Referee rings the bell. Here we go. And look at Miz coming right out of the gate. That's what you need to do against a man like the Ring General, Gunther. Oh, goodness. What a boat. And now, oh, goodness, big knee stomp right to the face. And certainly if you're Miz, you want to be part of any more movies, you cannot take any more of those strikes to the face. And Gunther almost unleashed a devastating chop there, but Miz, those fast reflexes coming to a head. And oh goodness, well, not fast enough in that opportune time. And now Miz dropped right on the back. Oof. That is not going to be feeling too good as another knee strike right to the temple. Right now, Gunther is trying to absolutely obliterate The Miz. Send a complete example of the A-lister here tonight. Gunther does not care who you are. You can be a top guy in this company. He does not care what you have accomplished. All he cares about is humiliating his opponent in the center of that ring and showcase what has brought him to the dance and what has accomplished so much in his career, certainly right now. And Gunther, he's looking to pick up a big win over The Miz. Miz looking to rejuvenate his career. Imagine picking up a massive win over Gunther to maybe start his career around to things. And now Gunther waiting for Miz here at ringside. And oh no, release slam at ringside. And now Gunther just toying with Miz, just absolutely destroying him at ringside. And now Gunther going to toss him back inside the ring. Miz is in trouble unless he can figure out something very, very quickly. And just like that he does. Neck breaker. This is what Miz needs to do right now. Just slowly but steady keep himself in this matchup. He doesn't have to necessarily, knock out Gunther and, just keep it slow and steady. That's what you kind of need to do. But you definitely got to pick your times. And certainly right there attacking the legs, maybe set up for that figure 4 leg lock later on in this matchup. That very well could help out as a big-time takedown. Miz has won matches with that maneuver. And now, big reversal from Gunther, though. Uh-oh. Gunther is getting himself fired up here. Don't want to take too many big maneuvers like that from Gunther. He'll absolutely turn you inside out. Gunther now with a pinfall. Shoulders are down. Will this be enough? No. Strong kick out at 1. Gunther all fired up, the ring general, but it gives Miz enough time to recuperate momentarily. Big haymaker from the ring general. Oh, goodness. Trying to break the nose of Mike, the Mizan in there. But a strong kick out again, a 2 count though. So then Gunther may be getting close to the where he needs to get to tonight. Going for a power slam of sorts. Miz though, gonna look for those world famous Miz kicks here. He's gonna need to hit everything tonight. That big kick to the side of the head. Pinfall. Shoulders are down. Is this enough? No, strong kick out. And Miz cannot believe it. This is where Miz has to stay on Gunther. You cannot allow him to even get a breather in at this moment as he tosses Gunther out at ringside. Miz now, do or die in his career. Here we go, through the middle rope. Nice drop kick takes down the general. And well, that's, I guess you could say, that's a little ballsy to taunt your opponent with that ball taunt of sorts. Just saying how big he's feeling right now. And now Miz with that skull-crushing finale. Finale right on the barricade there. Gunther could be out. This may be the moment Miz needs. Gunther is barely moving, ladies and gentlemen. This could be it for Gunther right now. I would honestly consider this an upset if somehow Miz is able to defeat Gunther. Obviously, there's no countouts in this matchup, so that doesn't really help out the Miz if he wanted to kind of squeak one away tonight. Probably the only time I'd probably advocate for something like that for Miz. Because right now, he is in a battle right now with Gunther. He is putting on a show right now. And this is what Miz needs to do. These guys are tearing each other a new one, ladies and gentlemen. This crowd is standing up. I don't know if anyone's really sitting down at this moment, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you love to see. As nice neck breaker. Gunther was going for a clothesline. Miz able to slightly get underneath it to connect with that neck breaker. And Charles Robinson really saying, hey, I can do nothing at the moment as Gunther. He is shattered. I believe his face is shattered at this moment, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, you'll see it here in just a brief second. Yes, right there, middle of his forehead there, busted wide open. As Gunther able to slip out of it momentarily, but Gunther's got to figure out something, my man. And then I don't know if being busted wide open is he going to make it worse for Miz, but we're about to find out right now because Miz is being thrown over by our announce table here. As soon as I say that now, Miz going to toss Gunther back inside this ring. Oh, here comes the chops here from Gunther. Oh my goodness, turning the Miz inside out. And just like that, Gunther gets the momentum right now, but he has to put away the Miz here. As Gunther with a eye rake. Oh my goodness. Everything is on the line in this King of the Ring matchup, ladies and gentlemen. The blood, the sweat, the tears to get yourself a guaranteed championship match at SummerSlam. You win the King of the Ring, you get yourself a guaranteed championship matchup. Will it be Miz? Will it be Gunther going to King of the Ring, or at least try to get themselves to the King of the Ring matchup to face the winner's side of Monday Night Raw, whoever that very might well be? It's stacked on both sides at the moment, and so is the SmackDown side, so it's very hard to call. And Miz trying to get up to his feet. He is struggling right now. The same thing could have been said about Gunther at times too in this matchup. Miz is doing everything in his power to keep himself in this matchup. Gunther, same thing. I mean, he's gotten his ass kicked, but somehow he's still in this matchup, bleeding from the top of his head, going to his eyes. What in the heck is Gunther doing? From the top rope, Gunther, frog splash, middle of the ring. Don't see that too many times from Gunther. Is this enough? Yes, it is. Gunther, it was a fight tonight, but the Ring General showing you guys tonight why he should be a part of this tournament. He went through hell tonight against the Miz, and Miz, there was no shame in the Miz tonight. He brought the fight against the General. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our second King of the Ring matchup for the men's side of things, as it's L.A. Knight, takes on Cody Rhodes, who will advance to the next round of the King of the Ring tournament. Like we mentioned before, L.A. Knight, he's obviously, you can see where his arrow is going straight up. Certainly, so far ever since the draft, certainly hasn't gone the way that he's wanted so far, but certainly he believes he's so close to reaching where he wants to be, but he's got to figure out a couple things, but he is ready to show the world that you cannot sleep on L.A. Knight, the megastar. And tonight could be the start of, rejuvenating, get that ball back where he wants to. Obviously, he fell short against Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Stone Cold would ultimately get that opportunity eventually by defeating Austin Theory to become next in line. But LA Knight tonight takes on Cody Rhodes, one of the most accomplished superstars here in WWE. And obviously, Cody Rhodes would love to win this tournament, part of this, obviously, King of the Ring side. And not only do another thing for his dad, but another thing for his family. We talked to Cody Rhodes about being in this tournament, and Cody said, hey, I grew up watching the King of the Ring, watching my dad a part of, not saying being involved in the King of the Ring tournament, but just being involved and watching it from backstage and everything else. He said that tremendous wrestlers over the years have made names over their whole entire career, and it started with the King of the Ring. He brought up Drew McIntyre a couple years ago, the first ever King of the Ring winner here in Universe Mode, and how that sparked his career. He even brought up how last year, how, you know, Roman Reigns, he won the King of the Ring without some obviously some shenanigans going down, but he said that helped out his career as well. And Cody said, hey, I've accomplished a lot of major things in my career since joining back to WWE, but winning the King of the Ring tournament and getting myself a guaranteed championship match live at SummerSlam, that would only make things better in my life. So we'll see how it goes, though. Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, 1-on-1. First round tournament. A lot of tough draws in this tournament. We'll see how it goes. Big time matchup between two massive superstars here. Charles Robinson ringing the bell, and LA Knight could care less, though, just in the terms of who he's drawing. I mean, I guess Cody Rhodes doesn't care either, but obviously, if you think about who needs this more, certainly LA Knight, I believe, because LA Knight, certainly he's trying to get that opportunity. He wants that championship. Cody Rhodes has already been in the main event. He's carried that company for quite a long time. The only reason why Cody Rhodes isn't in the picture right now is he's focusing on building up the main talent here right now. He wanted these younger guys to step up to the plate, and he's dealing with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller at the moment. And that's not an excuse for Cody Rhodes necessarily, but he wants to build this future right now. Is Cody continuing to work on LA Knight here? Cody Rhodes going to go high risk. Uh-oh. Moonsault connecting right to the ribs of LA Knight. Pinfall. Referee is right there too. Ooh, so close. Very, very close was Cody Rhodes there. I don't think LA Knight obviously would be too happy to have this match barely start and to go out on a moonsault. As Cody Rhodes, oh my goodness, that springboard Insiguri absolutely tearing LA Knight a new one there. And Cody Rhodes has been on fire tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He is looking to send a message to anyone in his way. Cody Rhodes crossroads the LA Knight. LA Knight busted wide open. Is this enough to put away the megastar? Yes, it is. Cody Rhodes coming out tonight and decimating LA Knight. LA Knight didn't stand a chance. I don't know what to say about LA Knight, but Cody Rhodes, he is coming out. He sent a message, ran right through him, and just like that, Cody Rhodes advances in the King of the Ring tournament. Before you say anything, Roman, I'm not doing this for you. I'm not even doing this for Punk. I'm doing this for me. Because this new Bloodline crap as World Heavyweight Championship, I'm not dealing with that. I got to deal with Stone Cold Steve Austin at Night of Champions, and I feel like I'm not giving him the amount of respect that I should be. I'm dealing with the Bloodline crap right now. I know tonight, me and you teaming up, a lot of these fans think this is a Shield reunion of sorts, and certainly they can take it how it is. But this reunion, this is going to be a one-night thing, Roman, and obviously you probably know that as well. Me and you, our issues are still there, and I don't know if it'll ever be the same between us ever again. Let us focus on this matchup. Take down your boy Dwayne and this honorary Oos Kurt Angle. I've already stomped him to this mat once, and I'll gladly do it again here next. Let's finish these two tonight, and we'll go from there on what's next. I figured it'd be this way, Seth, and I'm not asking a lot. I'm asking for you to team up with me tonight, and we'll see where it goes. Like you just said, there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't respect you. I don't respect Punk either. But we all need to come together for one common goal right now. Is for us to take down this new Bloodline and get back to how the days here on SmackDown were. Certainly me and you do have a lot of history, especially on this brand of SmackDown, Seth. But tonight we add on to what we have experienced together, against each other, whatever it may be, as we take on the honorary Oos Kurt Angle and the final boss,
The Rock. It's not going to be easy. Never said it's going to be easy, but that is how the original tribal chief gets the job done. Tonight, the new bloodline will acknowledge me once I beat The Rock and Kurt Angle in the center of that ring. Big words there from Roman Reigns and Seth frickin' Rollins, as now here comes the honorary ooze, Kurt Angle. Recently took on Seth frickin' Rollins in a non-title matchup, and Kurt Angle, you could say whatever you want to say about Kurt, but he absolutely struggled against Seth frickin' Rollins. And for, Kurt Angle, tonight's another night, it's a new night. And certainly ran into a buzzsaw as in the World Heavyweight Champion, and that being obviously Seth Rollins. But tonight, Kurt Angle teams up in a tag team matchup with the final boss, The Rock. And this very well could have been the main event, but this is a double main event. And this is your first main event of the night. Coming up next is Nia Jax taking on Jade Cargill for the Women's Championship here on SmackDown. Be a tough matchup for Jade Cargill to retain her championship and keep her undefeated streak. And now here comes the final boss, the People's Champion, The Rock. Can The Rock pick up a big win tonight? Because obviously The Rock not only has this tag team matchup, but also next week at Night of Champions, The Rock will take on Uncle Howdy one-on-one in the center of that ring, live at Night of Champions. And The Rock, he said, hey, once I'm done with this freak show, I can get back to what I want to do with this bloodline and get us back on to obviously championship aspirations. And certainly with Solo Sikoa being in that tournament of things, we'll see how that goes. We know he's facing off with John Cena. I'm being told tonight before we go off air tonight, Teddy Long will be addressing some things that we'll be seeing on SmackDown next week on the Go Home show of SmackDown, and maybe we'll see if he addresses anything for the Night of Champions pay-per-view. As you can tell, The Rock stays in phenomenal shape, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly one of the best to ever do it, and he continues to show why. Will he be the one that brings the championship gold back to his beloved bloodline? This new, aggressive version of the bloodline. He is the final boss of the group, and we'll see how he fares leading it to the near future. As here comes the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth frickin' Rollins. Seth Rollins does take on Stone Cold Steve Austin for the World Heavyweight Championship next week. Rollins brought it up to Reigns. He said, hey, this is like a one-time thing. We'll see how it goes, but certainly he has to be focusing on defending his championship in just a week's time, live there at Night of Champions against Stone Cold Steve Austin. Can't wait to see how that matchup goes, man. Certainly, you could say that's a dream match, at least certainly for me. I mean, Rollins, Stone Cold Steve Austin, definitely not a match you see every day. You got the present of the business. You got Seth frickin' Rollins, and you got, you could say, the past, the one that helped create. All right, I guess you could say help create, but continue to build this business to what it was today. That being Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of the major pillars when you think of the eras that we've seen here in WWE. A lot of names that come up. Stone Cold comes up, The Rock comes up, Hogan comes up, Cena comes up, Roman Reigns now is starting to get some traction, obviously. So there's a lot of big names have gone through this company that has helped elevate this company. And now here comes Roman Reigns. And he said tonight, just moments ago, he said that he's going to make The Rock and Kurt Angle acknowledge him by beating them tonight. And there is the Ula Thala that is around the neck of Roman Reigns. He is the tribal chief, the only tribal chief. And we'll see how Roman fares tonight. Roman's an absolute stud in the middle of that ring. Love him or hate him at times. Certainly he's having to deal with this newer version of the Bloodline of sorts still. And he's certainly getting involved with the likes of Seth Rollins, John Cena. You're seeing these guys starting to help out, even CM Punk. And obviously there's the respect factor. They say they might not respect each other, or they might respect each other, but they're not doing it for him. Punk told Reigns that, hey, I'll help you out, but you're going to owe me, whatever the hell that's going to mean. But certainly a lot of stuff going on, and I don't know in this Bloodline situation if Seth is going to be able to help out, if Punk is going to be able to, if Cena is going to be able to. It's because it's not family. This whole Bloodline thing, it's a whole different situation. Yes, you may be quote-unquote assembling the Avengers, the top talent in WWE, but it doesn't mean that they can go out there and survive this Bloodline, these thugs. As here we go, Kurt Angle and Seth frickin' Rollins are going to kick us off in this match. Referee ringing the bell, here we go. Seth coming right out of the gate, coming right after Kurt Angle, as he should. Certainly nobody expected Kurt Angle to throw his name in this hat and get involved in this whole Bloodline situation. And to come to find out that Kurt Angle was an honorary Uce, basically a henchman of the group of sorts. Kurt Angle has not won a championship here in Universe Mode, but looking to help The Rock and the Bloodline get back to where they want to be. I don't know how this is going to really affect Kurt Angle. Is he going to get anything out of this whole situation? If he gets gold around the waist of all the Bloodline members, is he going to get something out of this? Or is he being used? And Kurt Angle doesn't see it. Kurt's a pretty smart man. Olympic gold medalist. Won the 1996 gold medal with a broken frickin' neck. He was a general manager for Monday Night Raw for the longest time as well, so you can't call Kurt dumb, but sometimes that ego is definitely there. And that strength and power is still there as well, as The Rock gets himself tagged in. Rollins wants to get the tag. Roman sees it, and here we go. World Heavyweight Champion versus The Rock here right now tonight. In your first main event of two main events here tonight on SmackDown. Collar elbow tie up into the hard Irish whip into the corner. And now this is where the Bloodline can be very deceitful right now, cutting off the ring and just ultimately dismantling their opponents. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough to put away Rollins? Strong kick out at 2. And now Rock again, cutting off the ring as he shouldn't get. This time around, he's going to tag in the honorary use. And now hits him with a back body drop. Oof. Lower back, but now Rollins was able to get right up to his feet, adrenaline flowing through his body, and connect with a kick across the chest. And now here comes the OTC Roman Reigns. Into a neck breaker. No, misses. Angle moving out of the way just enough to where Reigns absolutely hurting himself there. And now Angle just toying with Reigns. I thought maybe for a minute he might try to go for a submission hold there, but Angle just kind of toying with his opponent at the moment. We haven't seen it just yet, but when are we going to see The Rock and Roman Reigns throw hands here? And now here comes the final boss. Obviously, Rock and Roman Reigns, they've got each other hands on each other, but this is the first time, if I remember correctly, that they're actually facing each other in an actual match. They have not faced off one-on-one, but that time is definitely ticking, ladies and gentlemen. When exactly could we see that matchup? Obviously, we're not going to see it at Night of Champions, but when could that be? Could that be on a... Does Teddy Long make a match on SmackDown? Does he make it for King of the Ring? SummerSlam for the near future? There's so much buzz going on with this new bloodline in every situation. Question is, when may be that right time to use it? There's a big forearm strike to the back of the neck. Reigns, though, a little bit slow in this right now, and The Rock is taking it to the OTC here. And now The Rock... Oh, goodness, dropping him right on his back. Haymaker misses. Now Reigns able to try to capitalize, maybe. Oh, big punch right in the face. Trying to break his nose real quick. And look at Reigns just throwing down the back of his neck. That is not going to be feeling too good as The Rock does the veteran maneuver and rolls out the ring. And now here comes the World Heavyweight Champion. Both men had the same thing in mind. Didn't work out in both of their favors. But Rollins does seem like he was going to have the upper hand. But The Rock with those big elbows, those Brahma Bull elbow strikes right to those ribs. And oh, right there, big punch to the face there of Seth Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion. And The Rock turning Rollins inside out. The Rock has Rollins right where he wants him here. This big spear to the outside. And uh-oh, things are breaking down here. Here we go. And now Rock tosses Roman in here. And now Kurt Angle tossed in the middle of the ring. And now Roman tossed out. This is all sorts of shenanigans all over it. Big reversal from Rollins. Can you imagine how it would be for Rollins not only pick up a big win over Kurt, but to pin The Rock in almost back-to-back weeks? How that would be for Seth. And now look at Seth Rollins. What a maneuver there. Using his energy there to absolutely hit a vengeful suplex there. And now Rollins going to toss him into the corner. Are we going to see a tag? Obviously, Reigns and Rollins came into this business together as a tag team. So they worked quite well together, but it doesn't seem like this is obviously a Shield reunion of sorts. Definitely not that whatsoever. It's a roll through here. Super kick right there on the chin. Rock is going to be feeling that one in the morning, I can tell you that. Into the corner, or at least try to go in the corner. Rollins going to try it one more time, maybe. Nope, going to toss him onto the apron. Rollins really wants to take him out to the ringside, but taking way too much time there. And, oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Rollins, pedigree. Pedigree there from Rollins. And now Rollins, he's going to, instead of going for the tag, he's going to go for the pinfall. And Angle easily breaks it up. Big time moment in this match. Does Rollins try to go for the tag? Is The Rock stirring up to his feet? But a big clothesline from the People's Champion. Rebound, shoulder tackle, or shoulder block, whatever you'd like to call it. Highly effective both ways. And now The Rock, People's Champion with a rock bottom. But it was not enough. Roman, the OTC, able to break it up. And now this leaves Kurt Angle with the opportunity to pick up the scraps and put away Rollins, pardon me. And look at Angle, rubbing in the face, saying, hey, you really want to get this tag? As here we go, here comes Roman. Big reversal, here comes the OTC, here comes Roman Reigns. Big clubbing blow to the back, here we go, Irish whip, And now Reigns starting to speed up this matchup a little bit here. Reigns going to send a message right next to his cousin, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Going to look to send his ass back to Hollywood. Now Roman with a spear right there to the ribs of The Rock. And now it seems like Roman and Seth have the advantage right now, ladies and gentlemen. Can they keep it up? Roman now going to cut off the ring, maybe slowly but surely. Rock is still down and out at the moment. They need to use this moment in time to their advantage as a Uranagi of sorts. A little different shades of a Rock bottom there. And right now, this is looking pretty good for Seth and Roman here. As here we go with Seth getting tagged in now. Back and forth. Into a drop kick. Roman got Seth Rollins back in this matchup. Got their group back in this matchup. As now, here comes The Rock. The Rock. Uh-oh. We haven't seen this in a while, but it's time to flip him over for a sharpshooter. Sharpshooter applied, but Roman right there to break it up. As The Rock continues to focus on that lower back, seems like The Rock has found something that he wants to target, and he is not going to let go of it. This is the type of main event you want to see, ladies and gentlemen. But like we mentioned before, this is not the only main event, as coming up next, whenever this matchup is over, we have a massive matchup, as it will be Jade Cargill defending her Women's Championship live tonight against Nia Jax. And now Rollins going to toss him into the corner. We're going to see a tag maybe. Oh, big reversal, though. We saw Kurt, and that's what Kurt Angle needs to do. And now, we're going to try to send a message against Roman. Bit of a cheap shot there. And now Angle. Look at the strength and power. Oh my goodness! What kind of pile driver was that? Is that enough? No. Holy smokes. Angle pulling all sorts of stops out of his repertoire. Pulling out a pile driver. Rollins barely in position. He's in position now to eat a... We all know what this is, a people's elbow. But no, Rollins moves out the way. But The Rock still faster in the exchange somehow. All sorts of shenanigans going down here live tonight on SmackDown. Oh, nice arm drag, roll through, takedown. Back and forth we go. This is the type of main event we've all been waiting for. And we definitely want to see the hands of Roman and The Rock going at it here. Oh, big headbutts there. Look at Roman Reigns going to town here. And oh, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen this before from Roman Reigns. Can he hit it? The drop kick there. We haven't seen it in ages though. But Roman Reigns with that like basement drop kick of sorts. Not going to go for the pinfall. Rock is busted open though. Can he use it to his advantage? Spear out of nowhere. Spear out of nowhere. Angle is right there though and breaks it up. The matchup will continue, but The Rock is torn in half. He is busted. He is battered right now. Ain't that ironic? Ain't that ironic? Roman Reigns, as soon as he gets tagged in or out of this matchup, Rock all of a sudden able to hit a kip up out of nowhere. And now you got yourself Kurt Angle and Rollins. And now Kurt, he's going to flip Rollins over. Ankle lock is applied. Will he have to tap out? No. And now Angle tosses Roman Reigns out at ringside right now. And you have yourselves a 2-on-1 situation. And look at Angle. He believes he has this matchup right where he wants him here. But if you're Kurt, this is the opportune time. This is a 2-on-1 until Roman gets back up to his feet. So if you want to do something to Seth Rollins and try and put away this matchup, this is the moment to do it. As a big clothesline takes down Kurt Angle. And now Rock and Rollins going to go at it. Ooh, stunner. Down goes the Rock. And now Rollins making sure he's focused on Angle at this moment. And Angle kind of playing mind games, saying, hey, why don't you come out here briefly? But Angle's like, screw it, whatnot. Angle now, in a bad way. Time for a good old stomp. That should have been enough. Angle won't stay down, though. Pinfall opportunity, though. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Again. Seth Rollins pinning Kurt Angle tonight. And the rare team-up of Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns works to perfection as Seth and Roman again win tonight's tag team matchup, and the Bloodline are struggling to pick up a win whatsoever.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's Championship.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is your second main event of the night as Nia Jax, the Irresistible Force, looks to become the women's champion here on SmackDown. But she is going to have to defeat the woman that is currently undefeated and the top woman in probably all of WWE, that being Jade Cargill. Something about this matchup, I mean, certainly this is going to be a war. Obviously, we've seen Jade go through every single member of Damage Control, led by Bayley, but now you could probably say the last nail in the coffin of sorts would be Nia Jax. A lot of people were expecting this matchup to be at Night of Champions. Teddy Long made a executive decision, and he said, hey, there's a lot of big time matches on that Night of Champions card. I want these women to have the main event, so we're going to have them on SmackDown. As there is your women's champion, Jade Cargill, the ever dominant Jade Cargill. We'll see what Jade is going to be all about here on SmackDown, man. She's been dominant. She runs through anyone that is in her way, and we've seen it firsthand. She basically carved her way to the top, and if she had to decimate your fan favorites, she did that exact thing. And now she's gone through what people probably would say are the ones that are not fan favorites, the ones that are always booed. And you got to think, if Jade Cargill wins tonight, you know, what is really next in line for Jade Cargill? And this is also another thing, Jade Cargill is a part of the Women's Queen of the Ring. So a lot of stuff to take into consideration there, because if she wins, what does that mean? Is she going to go after Raw? Like, is she going after Rhea's World Championship?
Introducing the challenger from San Diego, California, Nia Jax. And her opponent from Vero Beach, Florida, the WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Women's Championship. Can Jade Cargill continue her ever impressive debut here in WWE and continue by beating Nia Jax, or will we see a new top woman? Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Nia Jax may be feeling jaded tonight. If Nia Jax can pick her up and put her down in the center of that ring, as down goes Jade Cargill. And this is the one time Jade Cargill runs into someone that can match her strength and power, and maybe even just maybe Nia Jax, maybe even stronger than Jade, and that's saying something. Oh goodness. Trying to work on that lower back as Nia Jax. That's a good idea. Try to do what you need to do against a woman like Jade. They have contrasting styles. They know what to expect from each other. They're going to hit those big, powerful maneuvers. And now look at this again. And now this time with that side slam. Again, Nia Jax, for the most part, early on here, has the number of the champion. Jade needs to figure out something fast. Oh, goodness. Okay, that clothesline will definitely send a message to Nia Jax. And now another clothesline. Oh, are we about to see a trifecta of these bad boys? Yes, we do. You can never count out Jade Cargill. And now Jade going to take some time to flex and let everyone know here at SmackDown to basically let everyone know who runs SmackDown. It's a big stomp to the midsection and right there in the ribs too. Back and forth, the type of matchup we want to see is, oh my goodness, Jade Cargill to pick her up from the mat into a military press slam. I don't think anybody's really done that to Nia Jax before, but we're seeing it here on SmackDown in your main event. Almost got a 2 count there. And again, Nia Jax, she was starting off pretty good early, but Jade Cargill has figured her out right now, and Jade has been only gone up from here at this opportune time. Oh goodness, what a boot! She caught all of that. Seemed like it was more to the chest or belly, but it seemed like it was almost enough to put her away. Jade cannot believe it. Frustration being showed here on SmackDown. If you're Jade, you can't show that right now. Maybe show it in the locker room, but right now Jade has to make sure she keeps her head up. Because Nia Jax certainly is not a type of woman to go down without a fight. Is she about to feel jaded? Jade Cargill has Nia up, down she goes. Pinfall opportunity, 1, 2. No, she just kicked out. And now Jade doing some push-ups, realizing she has more work to do. She can't believe it, neither can I. I believe it's the first time someone's kicked out of her jaded maneuver there. What else can Nia Jax take at this opportune time? So big elbows to the ribs, and now Nia, those big strikes there, looking to get herself back in this matchup. She said, hey, you want to go for a military press slam? I can do the exact same damn thing. And just tosses Jade Cargill like she's nothing. And now Jade gets hit with a clothesline. And look at Nia Jax. She is not allowing Jade Cargill to recuperate. She has her right where she wants her. She wants that championship. She realized she has to stay on the champion here. There's no advantage necessarily in this matchup. Yes, there's disqualifications, but when it comes to count out and everything, that does not apply. Look at Jade Cargill. What a maneuver into a kip up. Beautiful maneuver there from Jade Cargill. Nia Jax continuing to show that fight here. Back and forth we go. Ooh, and then almost throwing her enough into that not barricade, but the apron. Going for a big boot. Nia Jax able to show her what to connect with, and connecting with a big old clothesline. And now Nia going to toss Jade back inside this ring. This is the opportune moment that Nia Jax needs to do to put away Jade Cargill here. Oh, goodness. What a headbutt. And wait a minute. What in the hell is Nia thinking? Oh no, she's trying to cave in the chest of Jade Cargill. Oh my goodness. Is that enough for a new champion? No, Jade kicks out. I don't know how Jade's even moving, ladies and gentlemen. She took all of that right to the chest and certainly at the last second able to kick out. Nia believes that she should be walking out women's champion right now, but right now she is not. And now, oh no, Nia, high risk. Nia Jax. Now if she hits this, we're going to see a new champion. Oh my goodness. Pinfall. 1, 2. No, and Jade Cargill kicks out. And Nia's like, what? I honestly don't know how she kicked out either. But certainly the matchup continues as Jade able to hit that rebound. But now Nia Jax with her own forearm strike. Back and forth we go. And no, here we go. Connects with the backbreaker. Try to stretch her out a little bit. Try to get yourself back in this matchup. This is a terrific main event. Our double main event of the evening. Teddy Long did a great thing allowing both of these women to main event SmackDown. He didn't want things to get washed into the fold of Night of Champions. He wanted these women to have their spotlight as a big power bomb there from Jade. What else does Jade need to do at this moment, ladies and gentlemen? She's hit Jaded. She's hit a big boot. You know, what else does she need to connect with? Uh-oh. Is it time for number 2? Yes, it is. Down she goes. She hit all of that bad boy. And is that enough to retain the championship tonight? Yes, it is. Jade Cargill retains her women's championship tonight in the main event of the evening. What a match. What a win for Jade Cargill. You may not like what she stands for sometimes, but Jade Cargill, she has dominated this women's division ever since coming to WWE, and it's only going to go up from here as she just dominated Nia. Before we go up there tonight, I just want to address a couple things addressing the SmackDown roster, including talking about the Night of Champions that is happening next Sunday here, as well as the go-home show before we get to Night of Champions coming up. On next week's edition of SmackDown, we got some major things going on the go-home edition of SmackDown, as we'll see the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He'll be having a face-off with Seth frickin' Rollins just days before that World Heavyweight Championship match. Also on SmackDown, we continue the men's side of things for the men's King of the Ring, as it's going to be CM Punk, the best in the world. He'll be taking on Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior, as well as your United States Champion, John Cena, will be taking on Solo Sikoa. One-on-one, non-title match. Winner advances to the next round of the King of the Ring tournament. And also, we'll be seeing the women's Queen of the Ring start as well next week on the Go Home show, as Jade Cargill, who does not have a matchup set for Night of Champions, she will be in action as she takes on Candice LeRae, who is a dangerous superstar in her own right, former women's tag team champion. I cannot personally wait for Night of Champions. I cannot wait to get to SmackDown, which is just before, obviously, Night of Champions, but a lot of stuff going on. We got the Go Home show. We got Night of Champions. We got the build-up of the King and Queen of the Ring that will ultimately lead us on the road to SummerSlam. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you guys on SmackDown next week.